Oh my gosh, I'm feeling my inner Taran right now. Something's coming over me. Oh, these are nice Gundies. I might just take. Oh, hey guys, how are you? Hunter Constantine here. We're at Taran Tactical and they messed up. They left me unattended in here, and I happened to figure out how to crack the safe. We have access to all their guns. No one is here to tell us what we can and cannot do, so we're going to check out these guns, and we're going to get some of the first exclusive footage of how Taran Tactical operates and what they do to some of these guns before we get kicked out. But as you can see here, we got a variety of some of their pistols in this safe. We've got some of the snake guns, we've got some of the Glocks, and it is just super cool. They have some of the best stippling in the game, and they've had it for a very long time. And hopefully we can talk to one of their stipplers about how they actually get this done, because I've seen a lot of companies try to make this happen, and they just don't come quite as close and consistent as what it does, along with the silicone carbide like I have on my Glocks, which is pretty cool. These are all the Copperhead Glock editions, and of course the Sand Vipers. And one thing that's super cool that Taran is doing are these extremely low optic cuts. So, I mean, there's like just a paper width distance between this optic and the slide, and what that helps with is when I'm indexing on the target, it's like just pulling up iron sights on your gun, and your dot is right there. There's no fishing for the dot or having to adjust the height of the gun. They're also doing it on their Glocks too, which I think is on this 19 right here. Yeah, this is one of the new slides. Super low on the Glock. Indexes super well. You can almost co-witness normal height sights, which is just absolutely awesome. I want one of these guns. There's actually two of my guns here somewhere. Okay, I dropped off a Glock 43X and a Glock 45 sometime in the past. I don't know where they're at, but they're in this building somewhere, and we might go on a quest to find them. I'd also like to shoot some of these guns, so we might have to steal some of them, go to the range, and hopefully no one tracks us down or follows us there. But there's a wide variety of guns here. We'll go through some of them. We've got the Pit Viper, which is part of the Snake series of 2011s. This is an iron sight gun. This was featured in the John Wick movies.
9mm Pit Viper.
How'd you get this?
I know a guy who knows a guy who shot a guy. 21 round capacity magazine with a built-in compensator for virtually no muzzle flip. Fiber optic front sight. Ambidextrous safeties. Flared magwell for faster reloads. 2-pound extreme trigger. And for those more, how should we say, intimate encounters, this Viper has ferocious fucking fangs.
We've got the classic Combat Master. This is like the OG 2011 that started it all on the 2011 gang. We have, these are cool, it's a Glock 45, I forget exactly what this is called, but it's a Combat Master Copperhead edition, and it's got the Radian Afterburner Ramjet, I think is the whole thing on it, which is pretty cool. We've got a Glock 19. These are technically like all Combat Master Glocks, just in different configurations. There's one 2011 here. This is a super cool safe too. The whole thing like rotates, which I think is awesome. We got two Sand Vipers, another Pit Viper, another Sand Viper, this silver one. There's just something about this that I like. It reminds me of the old STI guns with like the DVC STIs with a rose gold barrel, hard chrome silver slide, silver grip. It just feels good. The silicone carbide on the grip is just locks right in. This is an STI grip. I wonder if this is like one of the test ones or something. I don't know. No one's here to tell me otherwise, so you know what I mean? But a few different options. We got a long boy here. I actually have not seen one of these in person. This is a Glock 17L. I've never seen one of these before done up by Taran, but these aren't even the rarest guns here. So if you follow me over here, and keep in mind, we crashed the party here. No one told us we could be in here, but these are one of one Sand Vipers. I don't even know if I'm supposed to touch them, but they're here. These are engraved by Iron Monkey. It is like full snake engraving on it, full two-tone like sand, and bronze action, and then this guy too, though. I mean, this is just fucking sick. Look at this, all gold. This is actual 24 karat gold plated. I mean, if you look at this compared to my gold plated M&P, I mean, like, honestly, which one's cooler? But we got to do something. We've got the gun. We've got a mag. Oh yeah. I wonder if they've, I don't think they've shot this one. What if we shot it? I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can, but I'm sure Taran would be a little disappointed if these guns didn't. These guns made it out of here. You know what I mean? I'd be like, hey Taran, you have my Glocks. I think it's only fair. Give me the gold Sandpiper. So yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a few different other guns too though. We're gonna see if we can find them as we move throughout because I don't see any long guns in the safe and I'd like to see them. So we're gonna see if we can find the Stippler to show us how it's done, how they get these triggers so special, and anything else we might find in the back room. This is essentially the gun that I have at home, which is a Glock 34 Combat Master Copperhead. It is by far my favorite Glock that I own. I opted for a little bit different trigger on it, but this is essentially what I shot when I was shooting the Taran Glocks, which have been intermittent on the channel. We've got a full video on just that gun that we filmed at the LMT Owners Experience. Let's get into it. Let's get into the back, and hopefully we'll also get onto the range. We just got to figure out the address and the access code to the gate. So we got into the safe. Our next objective is to learn about these guns and get into the range.
We're in the back depths of Taran Tactical. To my right is the Stippling manufacturing facility. They have world-class stipplers, customizing each and every gun with adequate grip modifications to be qualified as a combat master or for competition use. Now behind me here is one of Taran Tactical's oldest employees and one of the most talented stipplers here. For safety purposes, we've hidden his identity, his name, and his voice, but he's here to talk to us about the 3 different grip packages offered by Taran Tactical.
I've been here for 25 years. I've been stippling guns for over 90 years. I'm going to go over with you the 3 different grip textures that we have here at Taran Tactical that have been chosen, proven, and have won countless matches. The first grip modification is a full hand stipple. This is unique to Taran Tactical. A lot of companies try to emulate this, but none can do it quite like Taran's worker of stippling armies do it. This little micro honeycomb doodad grippy da doo dom is the perfect grip. It's the perfect blend of texture between having something grippy but also something that's comfortable to carry. Now, moving into the modern age, they switched to a laser bordered hand stipple pattern, which allows you to get these beautiful, nice lines in this grip that is precise, laser cut, precision. But now, what's favored to competition shooters is the double-layered silicone carbide. This is essentially skateboard tape on the gun to keep your hand in place. So when you build your grip, there's no moving on your hand whatsoever. It is just ready to rip and grip. When you choose a Taran Tactical gun, you can choose between one of these 3 grip textures for yourself. So if you're looking at one of these guns, ask yourself, what suits you the best? Full hand stipple, some laser cut borders for some styling, or silicone carbide if you want to master that grip.
Since Taran Tactical has been making custom guns, people have wondered what the trade secrets are to get the stippling so well. And today, the cat is out of the bag and we're going to show you. This is how they do it. Just exactly how you guys thought. This is how the pros do it, and other stipplers should take note. This is what perfection is. This is how they take Austrian perfection and make it California perfection. This is the way we do it, man. Just the way they do it. You heard it here first from one of their stipplers. Don't let everybody know. We're going to let everybody know. Cat's out of the bag. We're posting it.
That's really cute. But
I know what I'm doing. I'm a gunsmith.
yeah, I are gunsmith. I have a Dremel too, but we also do some very particular things with this, and it always does not involve a hammer.
How do you do a trigger if you don't have a hammer?
Well, I mean, you can use a hammer for some things if you want, but you're not going to get the 1.7 to 2.2 pound trigger pull we get out of it.
Fine. Okay. You know what? Show me. Show me what you got going on with the trigger. Taran Tactical pistols are known for some of the best triggers on the market. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys do here? What's the magic?
Well, I can only tell you
Give
about...
us your secrets.
I can only tell you about so much, right? We can't give away all the secrets.
Sure.
Otherwise, you know, people aren't going to come to get the special sauce. So we start with the Timney trigger, right?
Okay.
And if you've ever taken a Timney trigger and dropped it into a Glock, comes out pretty decent. Comes out to, I don't know, 2.5 pounds-ish is on the low end.
3 pounds.
Yeah. And it usually works pretty well. We're pretty happy with them. But we figured out some ways to tune them a little nicer, and we're able to consistently get a 1.7 to 2.2 pound trigger pull with the stock striker spring intact, so we get no light strikes.
Yeah,
and you get
that's
all the
a big part
reliability.
too, because I've seen a lot of people when they start Frankensteining their Glocks, they run into a bunch of reliability issues because they have to swap everything out. They do the striker, they do the connector, and all this other stuff. Then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, my perfect Glock doesn't run anymore.
Exactly.
And the 34s that I have at home, probably like 5,000 rounds in on them or something like that. No issues at all with reliability. With my reloads, with factory ammo, they've run. That's what I want. That is the number one thing I want in a gun first. Before I do any modifications to accuracy, trigger, grip, anything, the gun needs to run and it needs to stay running.
Well, that's the same thing for me, right? If I don't do well in a match, I want it to be because I did some jackass shit, not because the gun went down.
Exactly.
Yep, 100%.
I do enough of that.
Same thing. That's why we get along.
Yeah.
Again, I can't tell everything we do, but we do a lot of handwork. It takes me anywhere from a half hour to an hour and 20 minutes per gun to get it to where I like it. And once it's good enough for me personally, then it goes into the test fire queue, and that always passes. And then we do the final build and get it out the door.
Can we fire a gun here right now?
Right now?
Right now.
You want a desk pop?
Can we desk pop?
Desk pop 2025. It'd be a first.
I think we'd get kicked out.
Maybe.
This is one of the newest guns from Taran Tactical and one of my favorites. They collabed with Genesis Arms on this. This is their 3-gun 12-gauge shotgun, and it is taking the multi-gun world by storm. At least that's my opinion. Also, if you ask Brian Nelson, who is a champion shooter, he absolutely rocks this gun.
$157. What are you, a robot?
Along with some other shooters, I want one of these things. They're pretty cool. It's based off an AR-10 lower receiver, so you can use AR-10 triggers, AR safeties, AR grips, AR buffer tubes, so you can customize it exactly how you want. They come standard with the hyperfire trigger that's found in their TR9 and other long guns. And they have these massive magazines. I think this is only a 10. Roman, is this a 10-round mag?
Yeah.
This is just a 10-round mag, and I think they make up to like a 20-round mag with a coupler, and it's just massive. But these things just absolutely shoot. The triggers are phenomenal. You have adjustable chokes. You've got some big old comps and ports and brakes on the side of this thing to help with recoil. But these things just run full ambi charging on each side. That loads super easy. Just a badass gun. This is absolutely something that we should try to sneak out of here and go shoot on the range. And maybe we can go find Taran. I bet he's around here somewhere, and we haven't seen him yet today. So we're gonna go on a quest to find him. There's a whole bunch of guns here. I don't know what these guns are. I don't know if these are customer guns. This looks like it was from SHOT Show, but we got a few different stuff. We've got the Genesis 12. This looks like a Glock 19 with the RCR, which looks pretty cool. I just picked up one of these optics, and you guys can expect some videos on that coming up soon. Looks like we've got a little 365 with an enclosed SIG optic. Honestly, let's see what we got in these cases. Ooh, all right. Sand Viper. There's so many of these snakes laying around here. We might need to call Samuel L. Jackson.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some fucking windows.
Mechanic. We did a video on one of these. I think the Canic is probably one of the best bangs for your buck. This Taran Canic is right around $1,000. You get 2 mags, you get a holster, you get the gun, you get back straps, you get multiple guide rods. It's comped, it's bronze. It looks cool. Boom. Let's see what's in this case. Nothing. There's no gun. Ghost gun. This is what California fears is a ghost gun. Let's see this one. Okay, there's no cutout in here, but there's two super cool guns in here. These are Iron Monkey guns again. We got a hard chrome and we've got like a DLC polished. It looks like we've got the snake engravings on it. Honestly, it's growing on me. I feel like Iron Monkey is the reason why we're seeing so many of these like chromed out barbecue guns. Speaking of which, right behind these is we've got another gold one. Fully engraved. This one has Keanu Reeves on it. Baba Yaga, Boogeyman. It's crazy how much smoother these gold guns get after they're plated. It's like there's less friction on it, and I feel like they just rock. These gold sights are crazy. Super cool piece. Let's see, that was over here. That was a ghost gun. Is there anything in here? There's nothing in here. We got some magazines. Look at how big this magazine is. How'd you guys get this in California? We've got, let's see these rifles. I don't know what these rifles are, but I'm sure once we find Taran, he can tell us, but super lightweight builds. We found a long one. This is a 10 mil. This thing's massive. This looks like it just got some grip work done and trigger work done. But this is a big old Glock, dude. This is a Glock 40. I didn't even know they worked on these things, but it looks like they did a trigger job, some internal replacement, and the full custom hand stippling across the whole gun. This would make a crazy hunting sidearm. Makes me want to send one of my 10 mils out there. These things are just absolutely cannons of guns. Look at this compared to my face. I got a big face too. I got a big head. Look at this compared to my shoe. It's a size 12 boot right here. Okay. Thing's massive. It's pretty cool. First time though. Looks like we got some shotguns here. And with these, they do trigger jobs. Do all this bolt weight reduction, extended tubes, things like that. All the stippling. These were like choice for multi-gun until the Genesis came out. Now that kind of replaced it. You know what I mean? This is the shotgun that I would want if I'm going with one of the Benelli routes. This is an M2, little red dot action on it. We got the match saver. These are cool too, because like you're out, it's locked back, and you just drop it in, shoot it. Really like these bronze colors. I found my favorite color. Let's see what it is. I can't believe we found this inside of Smith & Wesson right now. No way. An untouched Smith & Wesson equalizer. This is a rare find for Taran Tactical. This is one of my favorite carry guns that I have. And super underrated guns. They're only like 400 bucks. It's an internal hammer fired trigger, optics ready pick rail. You get multiple magazines, stack and a half mags, so you can have 11, 13, or 15 plus one. Are you guys working on equalizers now?
No.
We found another Smith & Wesson here. Little 5-shot J-frame, super lightweight. Now, see, give me all the Sand Vipers. See, leave it to me to find the Smith & Wessons in a Glock in 2011. Factory, you know what I mean? What are you, a Bell? What are you, working a Bell factory? The way you're being such a ding-dong right now?